So there's a lot of misinformation going around about the Sony A95K versus the S95B. We see all kinds of YouTubers talking about the average picture level, or APL, and they are trying to insinuate that the Sony is brighter than the Samsung, and that's just not true. And I'm showing you this right here in real time. This is actually One Piece on Crunchyroll, okay? And I want you to pay close attention to how when we look at the, I guess, color or lack thereof that happens as a result of the ABL, you can clearly see the dimmer images to the left. Now, at first, this doesn't really seem like a big deal, but like consecutively, the general feeling on the Sony A95K is like it's just not bright enough. And you always want for a little bit more brightness. And for me, this is where like I kind of lose patience with it because it has the heat sink. It can reach higher levels of peak brightness, or so that's the claim. Samsung doesn't have a heat sink, and it, frankly, in my opinion, doesn't need one. None of the other OLEDs before this point in history had a heat sink or needed it. It's only until marketing majors told you needed it that everybody went crazy for it, as I've said before, and you're seeing what it looks like side by side. Like, the Sony is just dim. Like, look at this screen. Like, you can't fake this, and the Sony is completely maxed out for anybody wondering. Now, for the skeptics out there that want to say, like, I'm manufacturing results, because anytime I deal with really passionate Sony fans, they tend to believe that I'm just bought by Samsung or whoever the opposing brand that Sony lost to is, I don't know. It's a weird thing that happens on the internet. You're always paid off by somebody when their favorite brand or team loses. So here we can see peak luminance set to high, okay? And we can counteractively see brightness set to high and contrast set to high. This TV is totally maxed out right now. You don't get any more maxed out than this, okay? And I'm showing this off to show you, like, even maxed out, it cannot compete with the Samsung S95B. Look at this. This is real content. This isn't make-believe. This isn't a test pattern. This is One Piece, episode 1028. I'm literally sitting here watching it, trying to be immersed in the Sony A95K, and I can't be because, as I'm watching this epic moment happen, ABL, aggressive ABL. And it just shouldn't be happening like this, and it's not happening like that on the Samsung here. And this really tells the tale of your experience and what that's going to be like the more you start watching real content. Now, in the interest of fairness, I won't spoil anything for One Piece that wasn't shown in the intro for Wano. So don't freak out and say, oh, spoiler alerts, because it's in the intro. I won't show anything again past this point. But what I do want you to pay attention to is look how dim Luffy's foot is compared to the Samsung. That luminosity is just radiating off, and it's beautiful. This is what we need from this moment. We need that highlight to hit. Look at how Sony is just dim, and again, it is maxed out. I can do nothing else for it. Well, now it gets to a point where, like, every time there's like a moment like this, we're like game on right now, right? Wano Kuni, peak One Piece. We're trying to have some fun here, and we can't. And I think that's something that needs to be reflected because there isn't a single reviewer talking about this. Everybody is lying through their teeth talking about it clears another award at ESA and it's got the Value Electronics Award. I don't know how deep Sony's pockets are, okay, to the point where I honestly feel like even videos like this that are transparent are just going to get paid off by whoever to de-index this, some third party, to just bury this in the search algorithm. I really feel like that's happening because anytime you say something not within their favor, I would say, it just magically disappears from the internet. Nobody knows about it. Let's just brush this off to the side. Ignore this quack. Ignore this crazy guy. He's just going against the grain to go against the grain kind of attitude. But like, if we really look at this, like, bro, you cannot deny the consistency. And this has been up here now for a while. It's not dimming down. The average picture level is fine. And there is no signs of decrease with time. This is counteractive to what we've seen on channels like HDTV Test, who are so-called credible, okay? But when you really test this stuff and fact check this stuff yourself, you start discovering new information that they never released and never would. And the thing is, like, the average picture level on the Samsung is brighter. It's the better daytime TV. That's not what Value Electronics would have you believe. Now, why am I doing all this? Why am I showing you all this? For 100 million% total transparency. Because honestly speaking, I invest in the community that I'm making content for. Like, I want you guys to watch this stuff and have peace of mind knowing, like, when you watch my work, I'm not going to lie to you. I have no reason to. Both are before me, and it came out of pocket, right? As you guys know, crowd and self-funded. We don't take sponsors from people for corporate handouts and like, oh, give me money so I can glow up your product. That's not how it works. You either make a good product or you don't. And you either win at some aspects or you don't. And I get so passionate because it's like, when you're told that this is the brighter picture, this is the better daytime picture, and it's clearly a lie, like it's very obviously a lie, like 100 million %, like what do you say to that, right? And again, for dramatic effect, for anybody who feels like I am just being unfair to the Sony A95K, I will show you again, peak luminance is set to high. Brightness is maxed out. Contrast is maxed out. Oh, but wait, there's more, because we're not going to stop there. Power saving is off. Light sensor is off. So for everybody that wants to look at this and be like, oh, this result is just clearly quantum turning on energy saving, power saving. I've seen it before. I know the cop-outs. No, the Samsung S95B is just undisputedly brighter. Like, you cannot dispute that. It's the better daytime TV. It is. And again, I'm showing this off for complete transparency, which the other guys will not give you. And again, for dramatic effect, or for anyone that feels like when you pop menus up, it'll get brighter, it's because I have something paused. Okay, here we have the menu at the bottom. You see peak brightness is at high, okay, for the peak luminance, that's set to high. And then we have brightness set at max, and we have contrast set at max. Now, notice again, it's dim here, it's bright here, and this has been on the entire time. Not a single menu has popped up. This speaks volumes to the lack of integrity every single AV YouTuber that is glowing this thing up has. And it bothers me because it's like, it really doesn't have to be like this. But now I get it. I know there's money on the line. I know people want to get paid. And I know adults are just going to watch who they want to watch anyway. I'm not here to tell you not to watch one guy or the other. All I'm doing here, just so we're clear, is giving you the information they didn't have the integrity to. Like, there are things about this TV you need to know when the Samsung S95B right here is literally thousands of dollars cheaper in some cases, right? And I think, like, as it goes on, right, with Black Friday, I expect this to drop to $14.99 easily. Right now it's $17.99 everyday price with the 55-inch versus over, $3,000 for the 55-inch A95K. And if you are expecting that bright room performance because maybe you read the Value Electronics shootout results and it said, oh, it's the best, well, now you're seeing it in real time that it's not the best and that they lied. And this is why it's so very important to call everybody on their BS day one. I knew this was going to happen when I heard the damage control from Digital Trends, and now I'm seeing it in real time. And I'm leaving this up purposely without moving anything through the duration of this video because I want you to see that average picture level, APL, consistency, it does not dim. And it bothers me to see that people were lying and saying, oh, it gets dimmer. Again, I point to the highlight right here. It's been dim the entire time on the A95K. It just has. Now, some can argue that, oh, well, maybe there is a highlight here that could be brighter or here that could be brighter. And that's maybe dimmer and that's maybe dimmer. But the thing is, the core highlight is this right here. And the entire screen consistently is brighter on the Samsung. We're just now finally starting to see the Samsung dim down now, right? That took a while for that to happen. Now the burn-in preventative measures are coming back in. But if I pop this menu back up, immediately you'll notice which one is the dimmer TV all over again. It takes time. Most people aren't going to sit here and pause on Luffy's foot, okay, for like 2 minutes. It's this kind of transparency that you need to see. Like, with the duration of time, it's just a fact that Samsung is producing the brighter TV. It is the better daytime TV. It is more accurate for color, as I've shown. And I just don't understand why they won't give Samsung the win it has clearly earned. I don't know what's at play here. I don't play politics, but I am going to give you the information so that you can make the decisions for yourself. Thanks for watching the #1 brand in honesty. That's the video. And until the next time, I'll see you guys later.